I want to move into the future, but this here, it follows me, it blocks me, it takes my energy. It's this one. I can literally see it. No, that is the one. What is the most disturbing, whatever it is, from the last week in your life? Which emotional state is it that followed you primarily in the last 1 month? What brings up that emotion, that state inside of you? Is it somebody who triggers it? Is it something that triggers it? Boil it down to the point that you actually see, this is what blocks me right now in my life. This is literally what blocks me in my life. Now invest all of the energy to figure out the solution for this one. Because if you took care of this already the last half year, the chances are very, very high you're going to have it the next half year, which means you're going to have it already for 1 year. And if you do nothing about it, it's going to be 2 years. And it's going to be 3 years. And in 3 years, you still sit there and complain that you were not able to move on. Yes, because it's the same pattern and it is the same hindrance. What is my next area of development? The one that shakes me the most at the moment. Is it something in the business area that shakes me? No. Is it something in the family area that shakes me? No. Is it something in the relationship area that shakes me? And like this, you find out, okay, that is the next one. Let's tackle it. And we will always find something that we would say we could optimize. And I do believe that in the moment where you say, no, I have arrived, I think then there's really nothing to be done. Then just to be free. There's only one way to make yourself free. You need to become transparent. If there are spots inside of ourselves where there's no light yet, it can't be. It can't be. Bringing light to everything that has been in the dark. This is another area of the path, which at some point everybody will face. Even though that this is now just like a saying, but just the idea. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're thinking, whether people are around you or you're alone, just imagine there is one who always sees what you're doing. So live your life based on that.
And that person is you.
Also,
Who else is it?
it's the elevated version of you, but it's true. It's you and you. Because I came from this martial art field, yes? Also meaning the Tao is teaching, or the principles of yin and yang have always been a part in there. Let me put it like this. Whatever you are thinking, saying, or doing has a consequence. This consequence that you have created or that you are intending to create, ask yourself, what is that consequence actually? Does it make your being, your interaction with people, does it make it feel more light, more pleasurable, more enjoying, more free, more nourishing? Or is the result that you are about to create going in the other direction? Meaning you're nourishing conflict, you are nourishing aggression, feeling like you are carrying the suffering of the world on your shoulder, feeling like there's a burden on you, feeling like there's a stone on your heart, feeling like you're being put under pressure. All of these expressions have something to do with density, have something to do with pressure. But then when we look at, no matter which tradition it is, Buddhism, enlightenment, freedom, liberation, elevation, no matter what it is, you see, it is just two forces in the world. One aiming for limitlessness, and the other one aiming for restricting and very clear boundaries. These are the two forces. And this is exactly now turning the view upon yourself. What are you made out of? Your patterns, the emotional states that follow you. Within a week, looking back the last week, what was the most dominating emotion you felt inside yourself? Was it one that had the character of limiting yourself in a way? Or were you in an emotional state like through the week? It was light, it was cool, liberated, free, uplifting, joyful. Which of these? So, and this simply gives you exactly from what to what do I think you need to transform yourself if you want this. If you want this. Why do I think that this is the goal?
Lightness.
Lightness. Take it simple. Just you have a goal setting. You set yourself whatever goal it is. You have your goal. So your mind is set on the goal. Normally. The 5 hindrances now simply describe there are 5 mental states that would actually make it difficult for you to still keep your goal in the mind. Whatever goal that is. The number 1 called sensual desire. Sensual desire means you are too receptive for any type of pleasurable feeling in regards to your 5 senses. You are being too quickly attracted when you see something beautiful. You're too quickly attracted if you smell something tasty. You're too quickly distracted when you have physical touch. The first hindrance means you are losing the goal already, because in the moment something pleasurable is being presented to you, your mind has shifted already. That means that first mental state only means, look, be aware of what is it that you are very easily attracted to. It doesn't say it's bad. It doesn't say it's good. It just says in the context of you want to reach your goal, how to reach the goal the quickest, be focused with your energy. Meaning be focused with the mind. Don't lose the goal from the mind. Whatever you do from the moment of waking up until the evening, whatever you do, keep the goal in the mind. This is the quickest way of making this goal become real. Number 2, simply said, you don't like discomfort. You don't like challenges. You don't like hardship. In the TEDx talk, I described it like you're like walking along the path and then suddenly it starts to rain, but you don't like rain. So instead of you just continue follow the path, you are starting to make your mind busy about what you don't like. That means the mind starts to shift again, losing the focus of the goal. This idea, hindrance number 1, hindrance number 2, actually you can easily say it like this. This is the goal. 2 things not to do. Spend your time enjoying. Don't do this. Or spend your time rejecting that things are not the way how you imagine them to be. Both of these things. One is you follow pleasure, and the other thing you're rejecting any challenges. Both of these things is something to be aware of when it comes to stay focused along the path. Even, for example, like in the book, or even now when we talk about, we have the 5 hindrances, we have the 14 virtues, we have the 8 rules, we have the 4 here, and the 13 here, and the 16. It's a very good guideline because it makes it easy for us humans to have something like really structured. Yeah? There are 4 steps, there are 6 steps, there are 5 steps whatsoever. What I want to say is, just in this way, it's also that only discipline wouldn't be helpful if in the first place you do not possess the ability to see it, to realize it, to be aware of it. Meaning you have discipline, but you are never aware actually when is the moment actually appearing right now that this sensory desire is hitting in. You're not aware of it. So the discipline wouldn't help you if you don't have this awareness. I do think that there are different qualities of the mind that come into play for you to adjust yourself properly. You have this goal in the mind, you put all your energy, all your effort into trying to achieve that. You're 20 years old, you're trying. You're 30 years old, you're trying. 40 years already, you're still trying. 50 years, you still haven't let go of the idea. At some point, hopefully, you see exactly how you personally already wasted 30 years of following a goal with the conclusion of 2 things. Number 1, you haven't achieved it yet, or number 2, you didn't have the right way of achieving it. But the bottom line is you have 2 ways now what to do. Let go of the idea that you need it and redirect your life, or redirect your approach of how you still want to achieve that goal if you don't want to let go of it. But apparently one of these 2 things is not right. And the more you want your life in the future to be quite different than what you're used to, the more you need to be able to let go. Let go of patterns, let go of the way of thoughts that you had in the last years and months. Now, if nothing changes about that, there will not come a new life. You give trust in the vision that when you are investing your time right now to become more aware of yourself, of your emotional state, then this is going to benefit your life. That's the starting point. You don't do it because somebody tells you you're supposed to do it. You do it because you genuinely believe this is the way. I want to know more about myself. I want to really understand what is it that I'm made out of. I want to figure out, is there something inside of myself? I tried to look away for many years, but I know it's still there and was afraid to look at it. All of these things. If the salary that you have is just as much that you can pay your rent, nevertheless, you want to have that sports car, therefore take a loan, then buy the sports car. It's very probable you're going to be very attached to the car. Yeah, simply because out of the situation you bought it from. Yeah, you didn't buy it from a position of abundance. Yeah, so this is already not a good starting point to afford something that you actually cannot afford. Differently it is when you have the possibilities and you just spend the time and spend also the money on the sports car and see it what it is and realistically see it, how much time you spend with it. I do think the excitement in the beginning is there for a week, maybe a month. That's already long, but it's fading. And at some point, there will even be a day you don't even see it because you're busy. Then there will be a week when you see the car once standing around somewhere. And then there will be a month passing by where you are traveling the world and you're not even sure anymore when was it the last time that you were riding it. And these are things, when you observe them and actually realize, yeah, it's the truth. This is how the development of things with possessions is. In the beginning, it's always like you want to have, and then they fade. Diving into this type of mentality of really understanding wanting is the one part, and then realizing how is life really? Do you need it? Is it necessary? Can you afford it? Is the second part. It just opens another perspective. And then you just decide for yourself whether something is possessing you or you can possess something without being attached to it. Very much is linked to all of this. From which position did you buy it from? And then the second thing is, how much time do you literally really spend with it? Everybody, no matter where they are, is able to transform something about himself or herself. It's just about the methods and the understanding that, first of all, it's possible. Second of all, there are methods how to do it. And third of all, you don't need to wait for anybody to come into your life in order to start it. So the message is, there is a big part that you have in your own hands. And there's a big other part you don't have in your hands. Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying, maybe it would be good to focus your energy into the things that are 100% based on your own energies and your own actions. Yeah. In Buddhist teaching, number one is about you yourself become suffer-free, first of all, for yourself. And second one is develop the compassion to help other people, other beings, not just humans, to get along the same path for personal liberation. So why is that compassion so important? Because ultimately we are connected. Simple expressed, it's like this in this room right now. We are like 5 people. Now just imagine this room would be locked and we have a limited amount of food, a limited amount of drinks. So if I would now just say, okay, good, I will just take everything to me. So as long as I survive, it's all good. You all can suffer. Automatically has caused conflict. So it's just a question of time until we're going to break out in a fight. Why? Because in Buddhist teachings we say it is impossible to become happy, satisfied, free on your own. Why? Because you are connected. So there is only one way to really sustainably remain somehow in peace, and that one is to look for a way that we all are connected and share what we have. Either we all succeed or we all fail. That's it. But it's not possible that an individual within a society succeeds alone and the others suffer. Then the conflict is embedded already in the core of this approach.
What do you think is the key to living authentically?
First of all, the possibility that you are able to observe yourself. If you can't see yourself, if you cannot observe your own actions, observe what is it that's going on the mind, then it's really difficult to make a differentiation between are you authentic now or are you not? Yeah? Are you lying to yourself or are you not? So number one step is you need to be able to observe yourself. Second one is you need to be able to criticize yourself. So if at all times you always say, I'm the best, there's nothing I can improve myself in, I'm almost godlike, so then there's no development coming. But now exactly those two things that I mentioned, observing yourself and then being able to criticize. Number one, you need awareness in order to do the observation. And number two, you need strength to take the criticize that you give to yourself. Awareness and strength. And this is the reason why it is so good to have physical exercises integrated into your lifestyle that all the time are having these two areas embedded into the training already. This is also the approach that I'm trying to promote, that everything can be changed by the way how our mind is looking at ourselves and into the world. It's all about the mind. It's all about the mind. But in order to change the mind, we need something. Awareness and strength, for example. How do you get to strength? How do you make the mind stronger? How do you make that yourself become more aware? We cannot just sit and wish, okay, I want to be more aware. I want to be more strong. No, we need an additional instrument in order to be able to cultivate it. And this instrument is the body. For me, it's the body. So by using the body and putting your body into a challenging position, into a challenging exercise, that is why now, because your body is shaking, because your body is under stress, this is now why we have the chance to improve the mind. Because now it's the mind power that can determine what your body should do and should not do. This is that relationship. At the end of the day, it's about the mind power that we want to have. But we need the body to cultivate everything that we would like to have there.
Forgive, forget, and let go of what is stopping you from connecting. You even feel connected to people you don't know. Even if they live on the other side of the world, you feel connected to them. It expands from the center and embraces everything, which means it's everywhere. How do you know that a person has compassion? How do you know you have compassion? How do you know you love? How do you know you love someone? How do you know these things? I think it's not a question of knowing. It's a question of feeling. When we talk about love, when we talk about compassion, it is something you feel. Yeah, it's like, just for an example now, yes? I love you. I love you. I have compassion with you. Yeah, no, exaggerated now, yeah, but it doesn't matter what you say. It's not the words that you tell to somebody, I love you, and I feel compassion with you. Or the same like, thank you for everything you've done to me. And this is why gratefulness, thankfulness, compassion, love, sometimes those four we are also regarding as qualities of the heart. Qualities of the heart. So how do you know that you have this type of quality? Because you feel it. And where do you feel it? It's amongst the strongest feelings a human, I think, can have. Yeah? And from where would I say does it radiate? From the heart, from the center. And what is love? It is a massive expansion from the center, which is embracing everything. Some people say love is God, okay? Makes sense, fits. It expands from the center and embraces everything, which means it's everywhere. Okay? That would fit very good. The ultimate truth of this universe is ultimate love. Okay, if you express it like this, also fits to me. So what is this feeling of love? You feel connected to humans, you feel connected to this place, you feel connected to the nature, you even feel connected to people you don't know. Even if they live on the other side of the world, you feel connected to them. You feel that on the earth we are connected, you feel in our solar system we are connected. You even feel, in case there would be some type of beings on the Mars, you even feel for them. Because the connection doesn't end. And as long as this expression of love, if you talk about the type of love which is still excluding anything, anyone, I would maybe find another word for it. But this is not the one where I think is related to that quality that you're supposed to develop in your heart. Yeah? So on the one side, it's this very deep and strong feeling of connectivity to everything. And this is the one thing. And now because you're connected and you see somebody is crying there, and you see somebody is suffering there, and you see somebody has a hard time, it doesn't matter because of what. You feel also something inside this connectivity where you would actually like to raise all of them up to get out of that state where you see them in. So in this now, how I would express in simple terms what compassion is about and why they are so closely related. First, you are connected because you're connected. Now you feel more. These are those two. And now how does now in those constellations does forgiveness, forgive, let go. Yeah? How does this in the way fit in? Well, forgive, let go, forget. Forget about what? Let go of what? Forgive, forget, and let go of what is stopping you from connecting. What is stopping me from connecting? Watching through the world only through this body. This is what stops you from connecting. Thinking that this is everything that matters. You yourself are stopping you from connecting. The more think this complete life, this complete universe is only about you, the less you're connected. It's about know where you are standing. Know where you're standing. Accept the way, accept the difficulties, accept the limitations, accept the pain, accept the things you could not do on the first day. Feel inside yourself, I definitely have problem with stretching. I have problem with stamina. I have problem with running. I have problem with push-ups. Doesn't matter what. First day is realize where you are standing. And after realize where you're standing, accept it for yourself. Accept it for yourself that at the moment it's like this. No need to find excuses or anything to talk you out of it. You're not good enough in this area, okay? Then at the moment, if I compare myself to others, it's true. This is how it is at the moment. So number one. So why is it important that first of all, you must accept the situation where you're in and must see really where you are standing? Because if this first initial starting point is already wrong, whoever is going to support you and try to give you guidance, he doesn't know in which direction he should put you, because he doesn't know where you are standing. So before we even start to walk in any direction, I cannot tell you, you must walk more north if I don't know where are you located. I cannot just say you must walk more north. To another person, I say, okay, but you my friend, you must walk more south. Because he is from another starting point than you. So that means in order that somebody can give you guidance and that you're also really progressing, make sure for yourself first that you accept where you are standing. You accept all the mistakes that you have done until now and you accept the consequences that you need to live with at the moment based on everything that in the past maybe you did that you regret. Make it one time, make it become really strong, start crying, whatsoever. So many ways of releasing this. Yeah? But the first point is accept. Yes, life is unfair, welcome. Welcome in it. Boom. That's the starting point. And now from there, think first. How would I like to see myself in the future? Break it down into small steps that you think you can realize them. Don't make too big jumps, make them in smaller steps. And every day, ask yourself, the way how I am behaving right now, the things that I am doing right now, are they going to bring me here where I wanted to go actually just 1 week ago when I made the plan? And when you say, no, at the moment it's not bringing me there, change it. Yeah? If there is something that is in our hands, it is the way of paying attention to this type of approach. You don't know where you're going to end. You don't know where this life is going to bring you. The only thing that we can do is to shape the direction. What you are going to meet along this way, along this journey, what you're going to meet when you walk that direction, you don't know. You don't know. But it's about shaping just the direction, not shaping the goal. It's shaping the direction. And there are two directions. One, embracing more. One, separating more. Yeah? The power lies in both.